just got back from school, so I'm going to tour this now. I've been meaning to for like a week, which isn't very long, so let's just get into it. First page, we have some random doodles, and this from Canada. I actually drew this page on a video, so I'm just gonna kind of, skim over it. I drew these on live streams, and you can take a look. I was trying out an art style, which you can see over the next couple pages, but I personally, to this point of my art style, I don't like it anymore. This was actually the reference sheet that I finished for Roy. Some more Roy. You can really see the art style like around in this. Not here, this is normal. Here's the scenario drawing I did. I actually rendered that one, so I don't know, I liked it. I just feel like the style, I can't do this anymore. Some more of that. I think, at least I had fun with the style, but why is the jaw like that? I don't know. I'm a little nitpicky on this style. Yeah, I don't have much to say. I had Minecraft dogs, so I drew these. My friend drew that. These pages aren't as entertaining. I really enjoy drawing these, though. I remember from Pinterest. I drew this from Pinterest, too. I really, really like that. Some more Sanayu. I like this drawing a lot. This is Sanayu again. He just looks very nice in this drawing, and I have caterpillars. I think this is when I started really liking the sketchbook, after this drawing right here, and when I realized I didn't like the art style very much. I was mostly just trying to recreate the drawing I made in the last page with all of these, so that kind of branched out into a new variation of my style, which you'll kind of see. I think I was having a bad day, but I watched My Neighbor Totoro the first time. I don't know what was going on here. I think it was after school, so I was very tired. Rendered this one. I wanted to make like a robot thingy, but I never really got to it, so it was left in the dust, I suppose. I think this is after I watched season 7 of The Walking Dead. I was like, ugh. Real reaction from me. I wanted to do some sort of centaur, which I never did. Oopsies. So yeah. I don't even know where I got this shiny little thing, but we have that. Some kid brings silly spray on one of the last days of school, so I drew that. And this was the last day of school. I didn't know what to draw, I was kind of tired, so I had a commission, and this is kind of what I drew out for it. I tried the centaur again, keep trying. I got a Pokemon card, so I stuck it in, and I think this is the era beginning of the silly doodle drawings, which I actually offer on my Etsy. Something similar to this. Here's some examples. And they're like $5. I might change it in the future if, I don't know, I get better at drawing them. I got some cool boba, and I wanted to make it into a dragon. More. This was actually an art trade with someone. I usually don't do them, but I felt like doing it that day. So, guys, don't ask for art trades. I usually will say, no. You can pay for my art if you want my art. I really, really like this Sanayu drawing. I got a Garfield ticket. Here's when I made the character Yushu. They were inspired by like a kimono fursuit I saw, and I was like, because they had this weird horn thing, and I liked that a lot, so I tried. And I'm trying to draw people there, so ignore. There's a point in the sketchbook where I draw people, and I'm like, oh, this is gorgeous, I like this. But that's not the point we're at right now. I got my new phone right here, which is the one I'm currently using. I was trying to come up with names. I think this is on a live, maybe, for Yushu. Here's more Yushu. Here's some looks at one of the pages I did. I was really trying to experiment with, like, art style and maybe comics. I saw a couple, like, dark fantasy things, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna make something dark fantasy, which I never really did. I tried making this drawing, but wasn't enough, I suppose. Here's a comic. You can just take a little glance at that, gander. I like this Yushu drawing, like, a lot. Oh my gosh. And a person next to it. Here was some appreciation I did for Noodle Dragon Sanayu, which was always an option for drawing him. I just never did it. And I think this is maybe the era where I started drawing these atrocious things. So my friend Happy Four-Tailed commissioned me. Thank you, I love you. And I was just doing a sketch for a full body. I've actually never taken that as a commission before, but I'll let him slide because he's my friend, so. I also really enjoyed drawing these little chibi guys throughout these pages. I don't know, I just thought they were really cute. Here was another Happy drawing sketch out. I didn't do it for trains, I'm pretty sure. So that's all you'll see. Some more Noodle Dragon Sanayu because I think I really enjoyed doing that. I went to my friend's house and we made some charms for Shrinky Dink Ideas. I have one charm, it's this little Mudkip, and a full body Yushu with these little guys. I was trying to design these little creatures to be so like stupid and easy to draw and fun. I had a tail idea, so here's the Tanuki tail that I was going to make but I never did. I was planning out a mask this day to go with the tail that I had previously made, and I also got a fursuit head commission. Whew, I was like, yippee. In my dream, I had this little statue guy with leaves on it, and I really wanted to draw what it looked like, so I kind of embodied it here. And it did end up becoming a character later named Koricus. So here's some more Koricus. I really like this one, and Yushu Sanayu. I was originally planning on them being really little, but this later changed. You'll see. I wanted to make some armor for Sanayu. I wanted to put him in a world almost where he had to be a knight, which I kind of went with. It changed a bit. It was July 1st. I tried to make a knockoff Pokemon because, I don't know, I just thought it'd be fun. And then here I changed Koricus' size to be, like Sanayu's about this big compared to him. And he has 6 legs and is almost like a king. I'll explain that throughout. If you guys remember this little gnome guy, then here he is. And I drew him as a cat. Here's some more Koricus. I want it to be like Carl and Negan relationship, which I kind of did change a bit. I did this painting, which I really like, and I did some more drawings. I did some inaccurate drawing to size comparison, like Yushu would be much smaller, and I did another painting, which I continued to do over the lapse of these pages because I thought they were fun, so I was gonna keep doing them. I was thinking about giving him tusks. I was like, oh, wouldn't that be so cool? But it never happened. Okay, basically, we get to the lore now. Koricus has the key on his back of his head because 100 years ago, there was a king, and he looked like this, and he literally had no kids, so there was no heir to the throne. He had to create a statue that would become the new king in 100 years. His name is Koricus. But basically, when Koricus came alive, in the era where Sanayu and Yushu had been going without government, it disrupted everything, so Sanayu and Yushu have to go and find a key that will make Koricus back into a statue because he implemented bad laws that no one liked. I know, so much to talk about. But that's kind of what's going on. And here I introduced the mold dragon, which I remember painting this the day before I went on a trip to Canada, which was really fun. I love this Sanayu drawing a lot, and here's a picture of my little sister Hannah that I drew as Sanayu. This is a house I saw, and I also drew that. It was right outside of a nice restaurant. I saw a funny slug, so I put my sister's face on it again. And we had a really nice, I can't remember what type of meat it was, but it was really good. I made these little guys a while ago to put in the food, the bento box that Sanayu was in earlier. So I just put it in a cup of water because that's what I felt like doing. I really like this middle page Sanayu. I'm still thinking about this idea of making Rooibos an apple cider. And I had these really good french fries, so I did something with like a kebab and the french fries. A chibi Sanayu, Rooibos, and this cool thing inspired by an artist. I completely forgot who the artist was, but it was someone on Instagram, so I was just doing some fire and stuff. I didn't have much time to draw these days, so a little bit of scrappy drawings you'll see. I did a drawing with crayons at a restaurant. And here's some Sanayu and Roy. They usually aren't featured together because I wouldn't say they're in the same universe at all. Rooibos is more of my, like, me as a dog, basically, and then Sanayu's just this character I've made a world for. I got this cool thing from an antique store, which is right on the side of my desk. It is 3D, but it's very hard to show on my camera. This was my last day in Canada, so I was just trying things out, and I was trying to make a cool character. Here's a building I did. I don't know if I had a photo of it, so you might just never get to know what it actually looked like. I was in the airport, and I had nothing to do, so I was drawing. I drew all of these. This was inspired by an apple I saw at a thrift store. And this was a cool lady I saw on the plane, and yeah, she was cool. I think this was still the airport. It was a long day, I suppose. I did a little comics because I remember watching some sketchbook tours on YouTube on the plane, and I was like, ooh, they did a lot of comics, so I should do that. But it took a long time, so I didn't want to do this. I walked to the post office with my friend, and I snatched a bunch of these stickers because I wanted to draw on them. I really like the Sanaya drawing, and Yushu looks, like, annoyed. Here's a little Korikis. This is really cute. And here's some more Korikis. A little weird... a little weapon I was trying to design for Sanayu, and here's him with it, but he looks super duper girly, and I think it's hilarious. Here's Korikis again. And Sanayu eating a tiny little chocolate chip pancake. Here's me calling Sanayu the most girly thing ever. And I also wanted to make a little Sanayu doll. You know those little dolls with the articulated joints? I wanted to make one of Sanayu, but I never did that, so I'm a little sad I didn't. Tower crane! I did a fully rendered version of this. There's more information about it on my Instagram. And I did some more little dolls and little fits of Sanayu because I thought they were cute. That one video of this dog eating a cake in the fridge. I wanted to make a weapon for Yushu, which I never did, but I really like it. Like a knife with the tassel, so I'll probably do that for a different character. Sorry. A cool haircut I saw on Instagram that I wanted to draw, and another cat on Instagram I wanted to draw. Some Sanayu with a weapon and bell pepper. And food I saw on Instagram that I wanted to draw. Wow, I was just drawing everything off of Instagram this day. But I really like this because I think this is the first real full body of Sanayu on here. I drew this after I came home from the beach, and I just realized I really like the Sanayu drawing a lot. Here was the seashell I tried to draw here, but I can't draw seashells very well, so pretend it looks good. I was inspired by this scene to make a comic, so that's what I did in this page. You can pause to read them. And I had an idea that a mold dragon would attack Sanayu and cause an injury on the back. So when a mold dragon attacks you, the cut actually gets infected with mold, and if it goes untreated, you could turn into a mold dragon, so it's kind of a big deal almost. Also, for a long time, you could grow barbs if you didn't get it. And here's a little diagram, and plus these little stupid mold dragon injuries. The only way to disinfect them is with vinegar, and that will be a pain, for sure. I had a lot of fun drawing Sanayu with these cuts on his back. I don't know, I just think they're very iconic for the mold dragon barbs. Yeah. I'd say the poison on them would hurt a lot, and here's a little mermaid guy off of this fish I saw on Instagram. I don't know what they were called, and I spent like an hour trying to find out what type of fish it was. Some people were saying piranha, but I couldn't find a piranha that looks like this, so if you can tell, please tell me. I wish I did more with this character, but I never did, so it's left unknown. I made a currency called Daplins, which you saw in the comics, and I also I drew Sanayu with an untreated cut. I don't think his would go untreated enough for barbs, but did definitely scar when he fixes it. I watched Ponyo for the first time, and I like that movie very much. I like it a lot. And a cool little track thingy I saw on Pinterest. Some more knockoff Pokemons out of fish, which was mostly inspired by this card. Then, after Ponyo, I realized how good it was, and I had to make a painting that kind of resembled it, also mixing the Pokemon card with the two vibes together. And this goldfish was supposed to be Ponyo. And this is supposed to be that mermaid fishy. References. And he's so poor he has a snorkel made of a straw, you know? My friend went fishing, so I just drew little fishing guys. I went to a Comic-Con, which is where I got this sticker. So I was kind of tired and just felt like doodling random nonsense. But yeah, I had a lot of fun at that con. And there I saw this girl who cosplayed Meowth. And I drew her because I thought she was very pretty. And this was the last day of summer, so I drew a little pufferfish. I made another painting, which I never posted on Instagram, so it's like, oh my gosh, Roy, didn't know you even made this. And I made this underwater garden idea, which I did some more. This was the first day of school, which I don't know how I was able to make such a finalized drawing on the first day. I guess someone wasn't paying attention. I wanted to draw some more Noodle Sanayu, so that's what I did here, along with some of the fake Pokemon that I created. basically, on Tanayu's journey, he finds this big bubble that will fill with water, because there's a lake in the middle, and these statues similar to Korokis that can come alive can cause the statue or this place to fill in case they feel threatened. Here is where I revisited drawing people. My friend had made this character and asked, does anyone want it? And I was like, I want it. So yeah, I drew her and I like her. I did a mold dragon study, so you can pause and read this to learn more about the mold dragons. And I drew Lapis and Peridot. I don't like this Lapis drawing, so don't look at it. And here I made this new mold dragon character that I really, really like. I like her longing eyes and everything. And we'll learn more about her in a moment. I wanted to make a washing machine Roibus in a washing machine. Here's a commission that I had. Here's some more of this pretty girl. I like her a lot. Pretty little dragon girl. Here's her with some food and some plain doodles. I didn't think I wanted to draw that day. My friend drew this cute little girl. I think it was based off of Litwick, the Pokemon. A little figure that she got. That she unboxed mid-study hall, like hello. And then here is actually what the mold dragon used to look like, because if the cut goes untreated long enough, you could turn into a dragon. So here was her previously, you know, ouch. I felt like designing Smoky Quartz, like redesigning, because I feel like they could have done so much with their design, but they chose not to. I liked the design where the Rebecca Sugar originally gave her the hair of Rose. I like that a lot, but I don't know why they ditched it, so yeah. And basically, this little girl, she kills other mold dragons in an attempt to make them go extinct, so no one else has to turn into one. It's like using your bad for good. I did some of this. This is a girl I saw on Instagram. I just drew her. I was really just wanting to practice drawing people, so that's what I was doing. I got a Ponyo shirt, Ponyo drip. Here's Roibus wearing that Ponyo drip, and a scene, you know, dragon girl. And I was thinking about making like a severed barb of a mold dragon as a weapon, because they are poisonous, so I don't know. And cool little flowers. Roibus, I wanted to make a swirl on her design. I probably will do that. My girl with no name across the page, and this is what we call Supercuts girl, because it looks like she got her hair done at Supercuts. Oh, so she has her friend sometimes bite off the tip of her thing when she's not feeling aggressive. I don't know, we haven't really talked about her friend much, but yeah. The stuff I saw on Instagram, I would tag the artist that I saw who drew that, but I don't remember, and I feel really bad. Some more of her, I really like her. I don't know, she's just magical, majestic. Ash Baby. Very rendered Ash Baby, actually. I like this piece a lot. This is a concept I had that if you shine harsh light into her, like, flesh, it would, like, be somewhat see-through, and you could see, like, her spine and stuff through the inside. Some more random doodles. I think I was art blocked a bit. Supercuts girl. I drew this in my art sketchbook, like my actual sketchbook at school that I'm supposed to put actual stuff in. And here's her again. I gave her this little Red Riding Hood thing inspired by a thing I saw from art class. And I drew that a lot. We had some stamps and whatnot. And Max from The Walking Dead. I don't like this drawing, but I really like Max. She's so cool. I was a bit bored. I did a walker bite on myself in stage makeup. Gore warning, I'll tell you when it's done. Here's some other looks I did. Oh, okay, it's done. And I don't know, I just thought it would be cool to draw on Roy. I did this little dinosaur that I did from these stamps. I made this cool swaggy cat dude, because I was nearing the end of my sketchbook. It is page 118th here, so yeah, you can know. Penguin girl. Based off this penguin I saw on Instagram that I thought was real, but it turned out it's AI, and I can't believe I actually fell for an AI. So I'm just gonna skip that and pretend that never happened, because I'm actually really embarrassed about that. Didn't know what to draw, so I drew Sanayu. I don't know who drew this. This is probably my friend, because that is not my handwriting, and that's too dark. This was the last page. I drew Supercuts girl, you know, Yushu, Pibble, Sanayu, that girl. Yeah, basically, I finished this sketchbook on Friday, September 13th, but I started it on April 27th, so I did work on this one for quite a while, and every page is filled front and back. You know, yeah, it's heavy. If you drop it, it's gonna... But thank you so much for watching, because I had so much fun drawing in the sketchbook, and I really wanted to show you. I was really proud of this. Some of the stickers have wore and tore from when I first decorated it, but I do hope you like how it looks and enjoyed watching me, because I love watching people like tour their sketchbooks. It's just inspiring to me, and if you liked it, then tell me, because I'll probably do this every time I get a sketchbook now. But thank you so much for watching, and bye bye!